Welcome to Travel Partner Official. I'm Sarah, and today we're diving into the heart of what makes every culture unique. It's food. Forget tourist traps. This is about real food, made with love and tradition, passed down through generations. I believe the fastest way to understand a place is to eat its food. A simple meal can tell a story 1,000 years old. So grab a snack and get ready. We're uncovering the world's best-kept culinary secrets, from Georgia's mountains to India's backwaters, Hanoi's alleys to Sardinia's pastures. Let's go! In Oaxaca, Mexico, mole isn't just a sauce. It's a masterpiece, blending chiles, nuts, spices, and chocolate. I joined Zapotec women in their kitchens, where recipes are passed down by heart. The smoky aroma of roasting chiles and the rhythmic grinding of spices fill the air. Elena, making mole negro, says mole reflects the cook's spirit. Each bite is joy, complex, smoky, sweet, and spicy. That's a flavor you'll never forget. Next, we travel to Sardinia, Italy, an island of rugged beauty and ancient traditions. Here, shepherds are the custodians of Sardinia's treasures, pane carousel and pecorino cheese. We drove up winding roads to a stone shepherd's hut, where we met Antonio, whose family has raised sheep for generations. Communication was through smiles and gestures, the universal language of good food. We watched Maria, Antonio's wife, bake penne carousel, paper-thin, crispy bread that shatters like glass. Antonio showed us his aging pecorino cheese made from raw sheep's milk and natural rennet. Tasting it, I felt like I was tasting Sardinia itself. Salty, nutty, and full of character. Lunch was simple. Bread drizzled with olive oil, pecorino at different ages, homemade sausage, olives, and local red wine. Everything here has a purpose, a story, a cycle of life unchanged for centuries. As we ate, more shepherds joined, sharing wine and laughter. I felt less like a tourist and more like a guest at a family gathering. This is what travel is about. Genuine connection, sharing a meal that's more than sustenance. It's a taste of a life, a culture, a history, all on one perfect plate. The simplicity and integrity of this way of life is humbling. You leave with a deep respect for the people and their traditions. Sometimes the most memorable meals are the simplest. Sardinia's shepherds remind us of that. Now we dive into the vibrant chaos of Hanoi, Vietnam. Hanoi's Old Quarter is a labyrinth of alleys, buzzing with motorbikes and incredible street food. Our guide Lynn had one rule: if locals line up, you eat there. We started with bun cha, grilled pork patties and a sweet sour broth, fresh herbs and rice noodles. Sitting on tiny stools, knees to chins, we dipped and slurped. An explosion of flavors. The safari continued. Crispy banh zio crepes, legendary banh mi, each vendor a master of their craft. Lynn shared stories of vendors who've perfected one dish over generations. You're not just eating, you're tasting a family's history. The city's rhythm unfolds on the sidewalks, life, pride, and resilience in every bite. For the finale, egg coffee. We climbed a hidden staircase to a tiny cafe overlooking Huan Kim Lake. The coffee strong, topped with sweet, creamy egg foam, like liquid tiramisu. Sipping it, watching the city buzz below, I felt let in on a secret. This tour is about more than food. It's about understanding the soul of Hanoi. The warmth, the energy, the stories, they're all found on these streets. Eating here is a window into the city's heart, and it's unforgettable. Next, we slow down in Kerala, India, God's own country. Here, our food journey floats on tranquil backwaters aboard a traditional houseboat. The air is thick with jasmine and the scent of spices from nearby plantations. Our guide and chef, Joseph, pointed out peppercorns, cardamom, cloves, and cinnamon growing along the banks. It's like drifting through a living pantry. Joseph would crush a spice, letting us inhale its fresh fragrance. So different from what we know. The highlight, a sadhya, a traditional vegetarian feast served on a banana leaf. Joseph prepared it on the boat, using vegetables bought from a canoe vendor. Up to 28 dishes, each with unique flavors, arranged in a perfect balance of sweet, salty, sour, and spicy. Eating with your hand, mixing curries and pickles with rice is a tactile, satisfying experience. Each bite is a revelation, clean, fresh, and uniquely Carolan. As I ate, life unfolded on the water, children waving, fishermen casting nets. The pace is slow, meditative, a world away from the rush. This tour is a multi-sensory experience: taste, smell, sight, and sound. It's a reminder that the freshest, simplest ingredients, prepared with care, create the most memorable meals. Floating through Kerala's backwaters, I felt completely content. Sometimes food is pure peace. Now to Georgia, at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, for a supra, a traditional feast and celebration of life. The supra is led by Atamata, or Toastmaster, who guides a series of heartfelt toasts. Our Tamata Georgi explained, "It's not about drinking, but raising spirits through poetic toasts to God, peace, friends, and family." The table overflows with dishes: fried eggplant rolls with walnut paste, fresh herbs, vibrant vegetable pâtés, and pungent cheeses. The star, a jaruli khachapuri, boat-shaped bread filled with molten cheese, egg yolk, and butter. You stir it all together and dip in. Pure comfort. More food arrives: juicy kinkali dumplings, creamy garlic chicken, grilled pork skewers. With every dish, another toast. Wine flows from clay bowls, and the toasts grow more personal. Soon, the room fills with traditional songs and laughter. The supra is the essence of Georgian culture, generosity, community, and the belief that a guest is a gift from God. I felt like family, not a tourist. We ate, drank, sang, and connected on a deeply human level. It's an experience that fills your soul. The supra is a celebration of life itself, and it's absolutely unforgettable. Next, we hit the cobblestone streets of San Sebastián, Spain for a Pintxos crawl. Pintxos are Basque tapas, elevated to an art form, each bar with its own specialty. Our guide, Inaki, explained, "You have 1 or 2 Pintxos and a small drink at each bar, then move on." The first stop, the gilda, a skewer of olive, anchovy, and pickled pepper. Salty, sour, spicy, a perfect start. We sampled seared foie gras, spider crab tartlets, crispy pig's ear, and melt-in-your-mouth veal cheek. Each Pintxo is a miniature gourmet dish, thoughtfully crafted. The bars are crowded, noisy, and full of life, standing, talking, laughing, eating. It's a social, dynamic experience. No long meals, just moving, tasting, and enjoying. Inaki knew every bartender. We were greeted with smiles everywhere. The Pintxos crawl is a true taste of the city, eating alongside locals, experiencing their daily rhythm. It's a celebration of community and creativity. You sample so many flavors in one night. The city itself becomes your dining room. It's interactive, delicious, and so much fun. The Pintxos crawl is a tasting menu of the Basque region, but on your feet. Every bite is a discovery, and you'll want to come back for more. For our final journey, we visit Ethiopia, the birthplace of coffee and a land of ancient tradition. Here, food is communal, and coffee is a sacred ceremony. In a small Addis Ababa restaurant, we witnessed the coffee ceremony, a sign of deep respect and friendship. Our host, Ababa, roasted green coffee beans over hot coals, filling the air with heavenly aroma. The roasted beans were ground by hand, then brewed in a clay pot called ajabena. The first cup, abal, is the strongest, served with sugar and sometimes a sprig of rue. The ceremony involves 3 rounds, each symbolizing transformation and connection. Then, the food injera, a spongy sour flatbread made from teff, topped with vibrant stews, dorawat, misirwat, gomen. You tear off injera to scoop up the stews, spicy, savory, and cooling all at once. Eating from the same plate, sharing food with your hands creates an immediate bond. The coffee ceremony is a time for conversation and community. The communal meal reinforces the bonds of family and friendship. It's a philosophy of life, sharing what you have no matter how much. Leaving, I felt calm and connected, having shared in a ritual practiced for centuries. Ethiopian cuisine is a true expression of community and soul. The experience is beautiful, profound, and delicious. Here, food and coffee are more than sustenance. They're a celebration of life. And it's a taste you'll never forget. And just like that, our culinary world tour ends. From Oaxaca's moles to Ethiopia's coffee, what a ride! Food is the ultimate connector. It breaks barriers and creates memories. The world is full of hidden gems and families keeping traditions alive. Stay curious, adventurous, and open to new tastes. The reward is always more than just a meal. Until next time, stay hungry for adventure.